notched his 100th win without 2 of his leading scorers. He gets one of them back today against Jacksonville State. Good afternoon. Welcome into the EA Diddle Arena, Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's Conference USA women's basketball here on ESPN+. Scott Thompson along with John Butler. Lady Toppers 5-4 in Conference USA action, while the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, they are 4-5. But John, they've won 3 in a row.
Yeah, it should be, it's an interesting game. Jacksonville State has struggled throughout the year, but you're right, they're hot right now. They've won 3 straight, just came back from a double-digit fourth quarter deficit against Sam Houston, came back and got a 2-point win. Of course, Western Kentucky on Wednesday night came back from 19 down to get a big win against a big rival, Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, Rick Petrie's Gamecocks at Jacksonville State, they were on a 4-game losing streak. They've won 3 in a row. It's a team that struggles to score. They're only about 60 points a game that they score.
Yeah, that's one of the things they do struggle with. In fact, their leading scorer is Brianna Rhodes. She only averages 8 points a game. They utilize a lot of players. The first meeting between Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State, Rhodes had 12 points, 11 rebounds.
All right, for WKU, our player to watch is going to be someone we've talked about many times. She's a little spark plug, but she's getting more and more and more minutes, and that's Josie Gilvin.
Yeah, I love watching Josie Gilvin play. She only averages right around 4 points a game and 2 rebounds, but she is so active. The best defensive player on Western Kentucky's team, and she just brings a ton of energy to the team. She was a big key Wednesday night in the comeback victory for Western Kentucky.
You know, Western Kentucky lost 3 in a row coming into Wednesday, and it looked like for most of that game they were going to be 4 in a row, but what turned around for them?
Well, I think it was the defensive effort, and to be honest with you, Lexi Meade, she was big. She had 20 points, she had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. That's a pretty good night, and sometimes when you're down 2 starters, it takes that type of effort.
All right, tonight, one of the starters is back. She's not in the starting lineup. That's Destiny Salary. She's expected to play. Acacia Hayes still out indefinitely with that knee injury. Jacksonville State with Elise Harris, Brianna Rose, Crystal Eisen, Madison McCoy, Brooklyn McDaniel in their starting lineup. WKU with Elia Pitts, Lexis Meade, Teresa Faustino, Caitlin Staley, and Josie Gilvin. And here we go. Welcome in as we are underway in Diddle Arena. Conference USA women's basketball, and right there's Rhodes right off the bat. Our players to watch comes up with the opening tip. WKU matchup zone, 3 missed out front by McCoy.
Yep.
This is a team that a lot of people score. They'll have 10, 12 people score a game, but not many.
That's exactly right. They're not a great 3-point shooting team. Only shoot 28% for the year from 3.
Gilvin turns, spins, and we've got a held ball possession. McDaniel and Staley, and it stays with WKU. Just underway.
Rematch from about 3 weeks ago. The Lady Toppers defeated Jacksonville State 62-52 at Jacksonville State.
Yeah,
but it was a close game for the most part.
And that's about the last time WKU's won back-to-back games, so they're trying to win back-to-back for the first time in about 3 weeks. Meade in the lane, lob inside for Staley, overshot her just a hair. Harris comes away with it for Jacksonville State. Quickly they push it. McDaniel out on that wing, fires the 3. Still looking for our first points of the game. Rhodes comes up with it. You know, Rhodes against WKU earlier this year, 12 points, 11 rebounds. She averages 8 and 5 on the season. And both teams, when you look at conference standings or conference stats and regular season, they mirror each other, almost identical on both teams.
Yeah.
Oh, big block Staley.
And that's what Staley does. She started her career with 6 blocks.
And on the floor, finally, Faustino for WKU. Numbers were not there. Wise to hold it up. Left side, Meade. Boy, did she step up big time the other night when they needed her. Gilvin misses the 3. And the rebound for Jacksonville State. Rick Petrie in his 11th season as the head coach. There's a turnover. You know, that's one thing. They turned it over a bunch against WKU in that first time. I think it was 20 turnovers against WKU.
Yeah, and they turned it over 24 against Sam Houston in their last game. Lucky, you don't often win when you turn it over 24 times.
You know, they're not a great free throw shooting team, but they shot free throws well last time out.
Yeah, their strength is defensively, they're really, really solid. They don't shoot the ball that well. Obviously, when you only have 1 score, 8 points a game, they play a lot of people. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes it tells you maybe has not been a lead player or two.
Gilvin for three, and WKU is on the board with the lead.
Well, it's nice to know that the player we throw out there as a player to watch starts off with a three.
Did they have the earpiece in? Here we go. Jacksonville State down as the first points of the game were scored by WKU. 2-3 zone. They bring it up really high.
Yeah, it's an aggressive 2-3 zone. It's not the old-fashioned 2-3 where you put all, your feet in the lane type.
Meade comes up with the steal. One of the leaders in the conference in that. Faustino driving to the bucket, knocked out of her hands, gets her own rebound. Gilvin. Pitts off the mark. And it goes out of bounds to Jacksonville State. And our first sub of the game is in. Jazz Spencer out of Bartow, Florida. The interesting thing about, Jacksonville State, their leading scorer, Rhodes, averaged about 6.7 minutes a game last year and then has turned into the leading scorer this year. What a turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, that's improvement. And she's one of the few on the Jacksonville State team that has actually returned. I mean, they have a lot of junior college and transfers, but she's one of them that has returned.
They even have a Miss Alabama basketball on the squad. A couple of NJCCA All-American honorable mentions. So may just take a while for this team to kind of blend together. Here's Gilvin with a steal. Just took it right out of her hands. 7 minutes to go first quarter. It's only 3-0 WKU. Meade, baseline, Faustino. It was a close game. You go back and just kind of look at the play-by-play and the box score. It's just like 2-3 point advantage after every quarter. WKU, and there's Gilvin again.
Nothing like playing with confidence. Josie Gilvin is known as a defender, a rebound. She's second on the team in steals, but what's the most improved part of her game is her shooting.
She played a bunch of minutes. Normally she'd be there, 20 minutes, but I think she's in that 35 to 38 minute range on Wednesday.
But this is her third straight start. She's always come off the bench, and her minutes have spiked from about 18 to 20 to right around 30, 35.
Jumper off the mark from that corner by Madison McCoy out of Knoxville, the senior. Jacksonville State keeps it. Eisen, three. You got it. Crystal Eisen, she's one of those NJCAA honorable mention All-Americans from Arizona Western Community College. Faustino has missed two inside in the lane, kicks it out to Pitts. 5:50. Pitts finds a small seam and gets it in.
That's a heck of a move by Pitts that time. A little Euro step through traffic.
7-3 WKU. They had a short lead early in that game Wednesday, then fell behind, and then, boy, did they come back in that second half.
Yeah, down 19 at one time, Western Kentucky, and then just gradually, wasn't one big spurt. Western Kentucky just kind of gradually took over and got themselves back in the game. Got a big win against La Tech.
Nice pass. Staley caught her kind of off guard there, didn't you?
That was a unbelievable no-look pass and surprised her teammate.
Watch this as you see the replay right here.
Look one way, whoop, there's the other one. Yep.
I think Staley was expecting me to take it. She's just watching along, and the next thing you know, here it comes at you.
Well, when you play with Lexi Meade, I mean, she can flat out handle, got a lot of handle. You got to be aware of that.
Yes. She'll pass it behind the back, over the head, bounce. Three on the way from Jazz Spencer. Led the nation in scoring. NJCAA level.
Yeah, 26 a game last year at Hillsborough Community College, so she can score.
Got to keep an eye on her. 7-6 WKU lead over Jacksonville State down to 1. Faustino cannot find anything in the lane. She's had several good looks.
Yeah, just has not been able to finish. She's got the ball to the rim 3 times and just have not been able to finish.
All right, we got our first time out on the floor. WKU 7, Jacksonville State. College women's basketball from Conference USA on ESPN+. Greg Collins at WKU, Josie Gilvin. I gave her 2 threes, but ended up being a deuce and a tray there. But we got a couple of good looks as our player to watch has come through for us, John.
Yeah, her first 3 is right there from the wing, and I think you're going to see a 2 right above the elbow, right inside the 3. And again, that's the most improved part of her game. That kind of completes her game, to be honest with you, because she's got all other intangibles. You know, I call it a skill now. The ability just to play hard is a skill, and she plays harder than probably anybody in the country.
Earlier this year, she would have passed that shot at the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean, she was not, even in high school, she was two-time defending state champion. I mean, she would have 8 or 9 points, 8 or 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. I mean, she's a quadruple, almost a quadruple, whatever you call that, double sometimes.
Jacksonville State down 7-6, and here she goes again. Gilvin, layup, missed it. Faustino, right back. Betancourt back into the game for the first time. She misses.
Well,
that's been WKU's problem in the paint, hasn't it?
They've missed 5 shots within a foot. And sometimes they're contested, like the first shot by Gilvin was contested, but the last 2 were just wide open.
As Spencer for 3, top of the key, it's off. They get the rebound inside. Betancourt, oh. They've got a held ball possession, and
yeah, they're going to go to. It was inadvertent, but she took a blow right to the face. And normally they'll go to the monitor on that, but it was definitely inadvertent.
All right, they are not.
You can see that right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a pretty good hit. I think Coach Collins is asking to check that, and they are. They're going to check.
Okay. Yeah. Now they are.
Yeah.
Which is a good idea. Yeah.
I don't have any doubt that was not intentional, but.
Well, they originally were not going to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good pop, to be honest with you.
We're at 7-6. 4:02 mark here in the first quarter from Bowling Green, Kentucky. You're watching Conference USA women's basketball. You know, WKU currently right now is sitting in a tie for 3rd with Liberty at 5 out of Anniston, Alabama. Shelton State Community College transfers. You know, she was 2nd in the nation in field goal percentage a year ago, 65.3%. You know, Meade gets 1. WKU with the ball at 4:02. Took a little bit of time, but they wanted to make sure they got it right, and they were all in agreement. Officials have been good about letting us know all year. Faustino. Now Gilvin, contested 3.
She is not fitting the scouting report right now for Jacksonville State. She is her 2nd 3. Give her 8 points, 8 out of the first 11, Josie Gilvin.
What a weapon this can be for WKU down the stretch.
I agree 100%.
That has had the potential, and it's just the confidence she's playing with. Eisen kicks it down. Maya Barnes in there, the 6-foot junior out of Montgomery. In there in the lane, kicks it back into the corner. They work it around. On the perimeter is Spencer. 3 on the shot clock. They got to get a shot off. Blocked by Gilvin. Right at 0. Can we pick them on players to watch?
I tell you what.
Here you go. Here's a good replay for you.
That was, she came out of nowhere, and that wasn't just an everyday block right there, too.
That was 2 rows up in the stands,
I think
wasn't it?
Gave somebody a black eye in the stands.
That's a souvenir. She might autograph it later. 3 minutes to go first quarter. 11-6 WKU. Betancourt at the free line. She had a nice game for WKU against Louisiana Tech on Wednesday. Faustino probably should have taken the shot, but she's missed so many she decided to pass it off. Down floor quickly into that left corner. Barnes swishes for 3.
Really good shooter. She is now 10 out of her last 14 for 3. And Barnes hit the go-ahead 3 with 16 seconds to go to give Jacksonville State the lead and win against Sam Houston.
And she had 9 in that game as Meade misses the 3. Here comes Jacksonville State. Racing down the floor into the corner. Jumper by Johnson into the game, no good. WKU Faustino, 2-11. 2-point lead at 11-9. Seems like we get points in spurts. You get 2 here and 2 there for each team, but no big runs either way. Betancourt just takes it away on the baseline, rolls across the rim. Goes out to Jacksonville State. WKU will get Karis Allen in. And Samaya Steele in for Jacksonville State.
There's the drive that time by Pitts. A little bit of contact, but they let them play through it.
Steele is the 4-time 6A state champion member in Miss Alabama. Played 2 years at Alabama State before coming over to Jacksonville State. 5'8". And WKU under 2 minutes. Jumper's up and off the mark by Allen out of Sexton, Missouri. 5'11" sophomore. Steele out of Meridianville, Alabama. Will direct traffic. 1:40 to go. First quarter action. Low scoring first quarter. Driving. Ison. Well, she went in there against about 4 white jerseys, didn't she?
That was a nice, quick first step that time, and it's hard to get to the rim against a zone to give Ison credit.
Meade backs it out on the baseline, now along the baseline to the far side. We're down to 1:15 first quarter. Tie game at 11. Meade. Gilvin. Hits. Out high Barnes on that defense for Jacksonville State, which is man-to-man. Meade! And all kinds of traffic. Allen missed an easy shot. She slipped, lost her footing. That's probably why it was an off balance. And there's the first foul on WKU. That'll be on Alexis Meade.
I think Coach Collins wanted to foul on that shot that time by Allen, but no call.
54 seconds here in the first quarter. We're tied at 11. This is kind of how that first game went down in Jacksonville, Alabama.
And this is kind of where Jacksonville State wants to score. I mean, they tend to play lower scoring games than Western Kentucky.
Working around the perimeter. 36 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. Oh, Gilvin again with another block. Meade the other way for the layup and in. 3 now for Alexis Meade. WKU takes the lead.
You can almost give Gilvin the block and assist on that one. She knocked it so far down. It's only like 3 or 4 dribbles, and Meade laid it in.
13-11. Shot clock is off. Jacksonville State working for the last shot of the first quarter. Steele now out front to McCoy. Another deflection and Steele. Gilvin just before the buzzer. Missed that one, a rare miss here today. We have got 1 quarter complete. WKU 13, Jacksonville State 11. We're coming back to Bowling Green, Kentucky. On order, Diddle Arena in Bowling Green. Scott Thompson, John Butler with you. Conference USA Women's Basketball this afternoon. Glad to have you with us. Kind of a yucky day outside, but everything good in here. Driving, kicking. And we've got a foul. Is that on Gilvin?
I think it's going to be on Gilvin. It's either Gilvin or Meade's. It's going to be
Gilvin.
2 threes or 1 3. It's going to be on Gilvin.
Her team first here in the second quarter. Getting up a little gingerly. She may have knocked knees or something there. Let's see. Watch here on the replay. Yep, with that knee kind of caught the body. And she seems all right now jumping around. Driving in the lane. One-hand runner. No good by Johnson. Jacksonville State. That hurt WKU at times against La Tech. Those second and third opportunities by the other team.
Well, neither team is a great rebounding team, and both teams are negative when it comes to rebounding for the year.
Jumper from the baseline is overshot by Ison. Here comes WKU's Meade the other way. Holds it up for Betancourt. Meade gets it back. Now Pitts will set things up. And we're at 9:04 in the first half. A low-scoring game so far. And that's kind of where Jacksonville State kind of likes things. They'll score around 60-ish points a game. WKU would rather be up and down the floor. Gilvin misses. Betancourt couldn't come up with a rebound. Jacksonville State the other way. Just inside the free line jumper. Boy, Ison having trouble there the last couple of her shots.
Yeah, that was a good shot, though. Good little pull-up 5-footer, just missed it.
Sometimes you can overshoot that. Meade directing traffic. Betancourt. Pitts as inside. We got a little battle going on. And Allen. There's a missed pass there. Meade, I don't know if Gilvin was supposed to come together or Allen, but Allen a little gimpy there.
Of course, Western Kentucky missing. We mentioned in the pregame. Missing Acacia Hayes. She's the 3rd leading scorer in the conference at 15 a game, and And Destiny Salary also averaged 15. Did not play the previous game. She still has not been in yet. So that's 30 points right now for Western Kentucky.
You know, she served her 1-game suspension Wednesday night, but, you know, they won without her. Meade, right of the lane, needs some help. Hot down on that block. Gilvin has an opening, missed it. Big rebound there by Asia Barclay. 10 and 10 against Sam Houston. Against WKU, she only had 2 points down in Jacksonville.
That's going to be, I think,
Gilvin.
That's going to be the second on Josie Gilvin. Great hustle right here. You can see Gilvin trying to come in for the block, but that's a big foul. She plays awfully hard, and that may have to slow her down a little bit. I think she'll probably come out, and we'll see if Coach Collins sits her the rest of the quarter.
As we mentioned, Destiny Salary. She's making her first appearance at the 7:36 mark of the half, replacing Gilvin.
Pretty good substitute, Destiny Salary. Senior, 15 points, 4 rebounds a game.
And the first free throw from Samaya Steele, an 85.7% is good.
Yeah, she's 7 out of 8 for the year from 3. Not a lot of free throws, but she's taking advantage of those opportunities.
She had 3 against WKU back on the 13th of January, almost a month ago.
We're in a 13-13 rock fight right now.
Rock, paper, scissors. Meade, oh, she almost made an impossible looking shot there. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, you see right there, get into the lane. Good that's a great hesitation move. And Lexi Meade, you know, she's very, very crafty. 3-year starter at the point guard position, and with Hayes out Wednesday and Salary out, Meade really stepped up. She had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Remember, she's 5'5", 5 assists and 5 steals. That's a pretty good night.
Well, you know, against Jacksonville State earlier when they played, Meade had 18, Salary had 17, Betancourt had 12 down there. Meade's second attempt is good. Inbounds pass. That foul was on Shaquise May. WKU with a steal.
Destiny Salary, that is turnover number 8 for Jacksonville.
Already. Meade for 3, top of the key. A little incidental contact. Racing up the floor, Johnson quickly down floor. Sees May, and Meade makes sure she earns it the hard way.
Yeah, that was the, they may take a look at this one too. I don't think there was anything to that one, but
that's second foul on Alexis Meade.
Let's see right here, Coach Petrie said something, but maybe not. That's the Euro step through. No, that was just a foul on the arm. So
just a common foul.
Now, when I played, that Euro step would be considered a walk.
Yes, sir.
But it's not anymore.
Free throw on the way. That's good for a 57.9%er in May. 4 points against WKU earlier. Had 4 against Sam Houston Wednesday night. Averages about 3 a game. From Atlanta. They're 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. 15-all tie. Here at Diddle Arena, Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Well, with Meade going out, that moves Faustino, who's normally a 2 guard, to the point.
And Faustino's back in. Here's Salary. Right of the lane. Let's see how quick they try to get her involved in the offense. Pitch misses. Faustino with a rebound. And it's going to be against WKU.
I think they're going to call that on Faustino. I think they're going to call that on Faustino on the rebound.
That's her first, team's 4th here in the second quarters. We're under 7 minutes. In the first half, we're tied at 15. Driving, Johnson kicks it to that right corner. Diagonal out front, they'll quickly get it down. Baseline Johnson, overshot it. Tried to keep it from getting blocked. Here's Salary. Drives, middle of the floor. As Jacksonville State stayed pretty much man-to-man this entire first half. 6:18 mark. Betancourt from the free line.
Well, Western Kentucky just missing so many, basically, really good shots.
Well, they had that trouble Wednesday night against La Tech when we were here. This put up in the lane. Barclay kicks it out. There's a three on the way. Johnson left it short, and Salary comes away with it. It's a 1-on-2, kind of holds things up here. And there's a back tip steal. Johnson for Jacksonville State. Numbers aren't there. We'll hold it up. Wise move by the graduate student. Far side, that's Samaya Steele. Diagonal into the corner. Jumper on the way. It's off the mark from May. And there they come up with another steal.
Yeah, that's just sloppy basketball. Back-to-back turnovers for Western Kentucky, just unforced.
Not good passes. Right side.
And they're lucky that Jacksonville State can't throw it in the ocean.
Neither team can at the moment.
No, it's 15-15, and to be honest with you, a lot of wide open shots are being missed and a lot of turnovers.
We could use, they can't throw it in the ocean, throw it in the barn, or whatever you want to call it right now. And back things up as we're at the 5-minute mark here in this first half.
Turnover, 3 straight Western Kentucky turnovers.
McCoy with that back tip on that play. And we've got a push on Pitts. That'll be her first, team's 5th on WKU here in the second quarter. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. 4:51 to go here in Bowling Green, Kentucky in the first half. Jacksonville State 15, WKU 15. Conference USA Women's Basketball on ESPN+.
Just to give you an example, Jacksonville State is shooting 18%. They're 4 for 22. Western Kentucky 20%, 5 for 24. Both teams 8 turnovers. So that's what's been going on. A lot of missed shots and some
first 2
turnovers.
missed free throws right there by Jacksonville State. Steele missed them both, and she's an 80, about 84, 85, 86%. Tied at 15 with 4:40. Cutting. Faustino, Staley fakes, puts it up and in. Nice soft jumper there.
She is. Caitlin Stately is really improving. She's a freshman. Has gotten better and better as the year has gone on, and it's a nice feed that time by Faustino. But
it took us 5.5 minutes to get our first field goal to this second quarter.
Well, maybe that's going to be a breakout. It's a walk.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe we needed a timeout.
I almost said that when the TV timeout. You know, that was probably a good TV timeout for both parties.
Yeah. Neither one wanted to burn one, so they go, well, when these guys going to call one, you know? 17-15 WKU. We're at 4:14 here in the first half. Glad to have you folks with us on this here in the Bowling Green, Kentucky area. Kind of an overcast, rainy afternoon. Pitts as Jacksonville State man-to-man. They've not varied from that. Just watching in the paint here as you see Staley calling for it, but doesn't get the call. Allen driving, misses. Another rebound, Maya Barnes. Slicing her way through the lane, missing the one-hand jumper, Spencer. Faustino the other way for WKU. Season opening, goes down the left of the lane. Now she got one.
Yeah, Teresa had been 0 for 2 in her first 2 layups, and that time finished with her left hand. She's coming off a really good game. She had 9 points, 3 rebounds against Jacksonville State. I thought she played really well Wednesday. I'm sorry, against La Tech.
19-15, now WKU on the 4-0 run. Can it be a 6-0 run? Faustino will have to earn it at the free throw line if it is a 6-0 run.
And that's another steal by Faustino. Faustino also had 4 steals against Louisiana Tech. You can see right here, she's got quick hands and nice steal right here. And would have been nice for Faustino's side to finish that, but she's going to go to the line.
That foul was charged to Shaquise May.
Western Kentucky had whopping 18 steals against Louisiana Tech in the comeback. Of course, Western Kentucky is 29th in the country in steals. That's kind of what they do.
You know, Faustino against La Tech had 11 points, 5 rebounds Wednesday. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, has 3. You know, she had moments where, you know, she scored several buckets in a row Wednesday night.
She's a nice player now. She's a 4th-year senior, transferred from Oregon State, but she's been at Western Kentucky for 3 years.
Driving that right side, that's Harris. And loses it out of bounds, and it stays with Jacksonville State. As Greg Collins hustles down the sideline there. trying to help the official. A little too late. Looking, and finally deflected inbounds pass. Here's Faustino. I believe Betancourt may have got a hand on that deflected pass. Driving to the bucket. Allen has it blocked. Good defense.
Great block that time by Barnes.
Oh, she got it. And then they come down and they make another turnover. Boy, Rick Petrie over there, he is trying to get somebody in there. Got that armor going, wound up, trying to get somebody in as quick as he can, almost hockey style. Oh, okay, we got a timeout here. It's 2015. Boy, he was wound up over there. I don't know if you saw him.
I did see him. You know, one of the things that drive a coach's crazy is turnovers. Missing shots is frustrating. Turnovers is really the killer, and that's what Western is scoring.
It'll be WKU ball after the time. You see Rick Petrie right there. He's pointing. He went down that sideline trying to get somebody in. I don't know if his feet were touching the floor. He had that arm going. I think he's like a helicopter.
Well, he looked like a third base coach trying to send somebody in from, home from second.
Second base, yeah, on that extra base hit. Top of the key, WKU. He's very animated on that sideline over the years. Well known for that. Betancourt, 230. Here's Pitts. Hard off the back of the iron and over the backboard.
Little flat now. Aaliyah Pitts says she's made a 3 in 4 straight games, so she's playing well. Just has not made one so far this afternoon.
She's averaging about 4 points a game. Had 3 at Jacksonville back in January. McDaniel driving and a walk. Yep, a walk before any contact. So another turnover by Jacksonville State.
Yeah, she's coming out right now. I think if you make a turnover, you're probably coming out.
Okay, we better watch what we do then, right? we could be sitting on the bench.
I've made a few mistakes over here.
Yeah, me too. 2015, a little fun on a Saturday afternoon here in Diddle Arena, the historic facility that Coach E.A. Diddle made famous. Some greats have been through here. Gene Cady, Clem Haskins, Ralph Willard, Dennis Falcon. And on the women's side, of course, Paul Sandiford put WKU on the map. Mary Taylor Cowles, Michelle Clark Hurd, Steve Small all had success. Now Greg Collins trying to continue things in his 100th victory the other night, finally got it. Foul on Faustino. That's 2.
It's going to put Jazz Spencer.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting over here thinking, if I was struggling to score, I do think Jacksonville State has the right lineup. Spencer can score. I mean, when you lead the nation in junior college, you can score, and she's coming off 8 points, 2 assists, and in the fourth quarter in their comeback on Thursday against Sam Houston, she was instrumental. She had, I think, 6 out of her 8 in that last quarter.
5 today, had 6 back in January in that first meeting. Averaging about 6 a game. Destiny Salary. Not had an offensive shot since she's gotten in there earlier in this quarter. Loose ball. Finally, WKU comes away with it right there in front of Rick Petrie of Jacksonville State. Well, he's got a look on him right now. Minute 15, 4 seconds. Salary has it knocked out of her hands, and it'll be a kick, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Looks like they'll probably get Shaquise May.
Yeah, Salary has been a little quiet. She's been in almost 6 minutes, and she can score. Now, she didn't need a screen, and she's capable of getting her own shot, and it's been a little quiet. Coming off the 1-game suspension, she should get to the line right here. Should be 2 shots.
You know, a player out for a game like that, are they a little hesitant?
Could be.
You know, coming back in to try to maybe force something?
It's possible. I mean, she has not forced a shot. In fact, she hasn't taken a shot. But she is.
She's a difference maker, isn't she?
She's definitely a difference maker. She's been in double figures 4 straight games. Not counting the one that she did not play in.
Well, both teams combined are shooting 40% from the field. That's combined. And Salary into the scoring column.
She had a big game 3 weeks ago against Jacksonville State. You mentioned earlier she had 17 points and 6 rebounds. She's had 25 twice this year, so she's more than capable of putting up some numbers.
Got them both. Maybe that'll help settle her down. 22-17, that's the biggest lead of the game at 5. So we're finally getting a little scoring action going here this second quarter. Been a slow first half. Jazz Spencer for Jacksonville State as they try to set up a screen for her. Rachel Johnson, there's a steal by Salary the other way, and good.
She's the best finisher on the team. 6 foot for Western Kentucky, she can finish, and that was just a lazy pass that time against the zone.
So she had something positive, then something positive. Here's a left hand. Oh, nice shot by Brianna Rhodes. Nobody was going to block that.
Yeah, leading scorer, and she is left-handed, and got to her left that time and finished.
We're at 30 seconds to go in the half. 24-19, WKU leading Jacksonville State. We've got about a 7-second difference. Shot clock and game clock. Lob, Salary in the lane, 10-footer. Oh, pinballed in and out. Loose ball. Jacksonville State with it at 15, and Salary with the.
Yeah, that's a good matchup for Western Kentucky. Salary 6 foot on a smaller 5'7" player on the block. She'll make that shot more often than she'll miss.
She kicked it. So Jacksonville State will bring it the length. Shot clock off at 14.5 seconds. WKU some token pressure to make them use up some time. Quickly down floor to Eisen. Driving, baseline, Eisen kicks it out. Johnson for 3. Her first points of the game. We're at halftime.
Big 3 in the half for Jacksonville State, the 3 by Johnson.
That closes it to 2. We're at halftime here in Bowling Green, Conference USA. WKU 24 and Jacksonville State 22. WKU will inbound it. They will have possession to start. And let's see what Jacksonville State does. They go man-to-man. Well, they've not changed a bit. Staley at the free line.
Been man all game, and they shouldn't change. They played well.
Gilman misses the first shot in the third quarter. Faustino travels coming down. So another turnover for WKU, and it'll be Jacksonville State ball. And here comes some pressure. Token pressure.
Yeah, this is the lighter pressure for Western Kentucky. It's 2-2-1. It's basically just a little token, as you mentioned. They fall back into this aggressive matchup.
Driving to the right side. Now they'll kick it out front. McDaniel. 2-3 zone. Left of the lane. Partially blocked there by Staley.
It's her second block.
Faustino looks behind her for her teammate Gilman. Into Staley. One-on-one in the lane. Turn around and around the rim and in.
I think that's where the ball needs to go a little bit for Western Kentucky, whether it's inside to maybe Destiny Salary, pushing them to guard, or inside to Caitlin Staley.
Yeah, right here you see Staley went right, went left, and just that soft jumper she had, about 8-10 foot.
She's got the capability of being a really, really good player. 6'3", borderline 6'4", and strong, good shot blocker, and is improving daily.
Just a freshman out of Augusta, Georgia.
Home of the Masters.
Yes, sir. You got your clubs ready? Let's go.
I haven't got my invitation this year to the Masters.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you mine. 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go. There's another block by WKU in the third quarter.
And Staley again.
Meade will back it out.
I think Coach Collins would prefer another paint touch this time.
Why not? Well, you got to get it up higher. On a pass to Staley, that ball's got to be up high where she can get it instead of a little line drive pass. Meade, mismatch. Free line jumper, good.
It's a good shot though by Meade, basically right 15-foot pull-up.
She's got 7, now a 6-point lead at 28-22. Eisen driving on the baselines. Kicks it back out. Meade almost with a steal. Loose ball. Staley ends up with it. Give credit to Meade that time. Faustino in the lane. Holds it up. Pitts driving. Off the glass. Block. Another block. That one from McDaniel.
This is a block factory that we tonight. Has another clean block. All these blocks have been clean. Right here's the drive by Pitts, and you can see the block from behind. That was clean, but the second block was not.
Meade going to the line.
Well, I said Western Kentucky, you know, the first 4 minutes, they've got a chance right now to score the first 6.
And Meade got the first one.
Gradually moves the lead to 7. So far, this just the first 2 minutes, but Jacksonville State has not got to the ball to the rim. Turned it over in 2 blocks.
WKU on Wednesday in that first 5 minutes of that third quarter, it cut the lead significantly because La Tech couldn't score. Jumper up, no good. Gilvin keeps it alive to Faustino. Pitts as they run the floor and they back it out. It's kind of the tempo Greg Collins wants to play. Gilvin inside.
Great pass by Faustino, and a great start to the third quarter by Western Kentucky.
Timeout on the floor. Jacksonville State, 7:47 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. WKU now up by 9, 31-22. By 9, Jacksonville State will bring it the length of the floor. That last play, John.
Yeah, that was a nice assist that time by Faustino to Gilvin, and that all set up with a Lexi Meade steal on the other end.
That was quick ball movement, quick passes to catch Jacksonville State kind of a little off guard.
Yeah, and that gave Faustino her 3rd assist, and Josie Gilvin's the first player to get double digits so far, 10 points.
Jacksonville State looking for its first points here in the third quarter. WKU 7-0 start.
And Coach Petrie just did the old hockey substitution, 5 new ones.
Well, if you get, he's just out of your screen now. Now you get kind of a good look at him. He's got that hand on his hip, hand over there on the press row, just like, all right.
Well, he's got 386 career wins. So Coach Petrie has been very successful at Jacksonville State. And previous to that, I believe it's South Alabama.
Several places, yeah. There's a jumper. It's off the mark at the buzzer by Johnson, but they keep it alive. Inside Barnes. Way out front here to Spencer. WKU 2-3 zone. Driving. Whoa, Staley's going to get the foul as Barclay was challenging her that time. That's the team first here in the third quarter, and first on Staley. That's a good move.
Yeah, and just came down too hard that time.
Correct. Barclay from the baseline view.
Correct.
Staley, ooh.
Yeah, got a lot of pretty violent block that time.
It's like she's saying, don't come in here again.
Yeah, you need one or two of those a game when you're a post player,
well,
just to remind people.
It does affect your mindset next time you try to go in there, doesn't it? Missed that one. Gets another one. 63% are on the year.
Coming off a double-double against Sam Houston, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Her and Barnes are both transferred together from Shelton State Community College.
A little continuity there. Barclay gets one, so Jacksonville State scores here in the third quarter. It's 31-23. Stop that 7-0 start by WKU. Pitts looking for somebody. Lob inside Staley. Just went right over her head. Couldn't control it. Spencer for Jacksonville State. 3 on the way. Barnes missed that one. Staley with a rebound.
Rare miss for Barnes. That's a good looking shot.
If I'm her, I'd take that shot again. She has the opportunity. Pitts. As they look inside for Staley, and just went ahead and took the 3. May not have been the best idea.
Right. Generally, if you have to hold it and think about it, that's generally, you're not shooting in rhythm.
Well, it didn't look like they had good movement from away from the ball, did it? Spencer in the lane, underneath. Threw it too low on the bounce pass. Underneath Barclay, blocked again by Staley, and that'll be her second.
Yeah, it was, again, that was a correct call. Too much arm that time. No, Jacksonville State is you can watch right here on the, again, that's a great hustle by Gilvin, just couldn't pick it up. Right there is the correct call. Jacksonville State is not in a position, this is a position they're very familiar with. Against Sam Houston, they only put 5 points up in the third quarter and found themselves down 10 going into the fourth and made the comeback. So they will not panic, and Western Kentucky should be familiar with this. Down 19 in their last game and came back for a win. Now they're in the opposite position. So both teams are sort of in familiar territory in a lot of ways.
Barclay, 2 out of 3 at the line, and now 3 out of 4. Did you notice Staley went from the top of the block and then went diagonal to the other side on that time, caused the pass, and then came back to the block?
Yep, she is improving.
Gilvin. Top to keep hits. Faustino. 5:47 third quarter. WKU up by 6. So their lead is only shrunk by 1 that they had at one point. Betancourt, there's about a 15-footer.
Yeah, good pass that time, and now we got a double technical, I believe.
Going out.
Yeah.
Shaquise May.
And Lexi Mead, the basket is going to count by Betancourt, but you're going to have this little off ball. Looked like May was trying to block out Mead, and they both went to the floor, and nothing. There wasn't any push or fist or anything like that, but there was some mouthing, and I think it's a double technical. I know there's a technical on somebody.
That's why they're talking about it here.
And with the double technical, it just cancels everything out right here. Yeah.
It's just point of interruption at this point. And the other one was
now the big deal is that'll be Lexi Mead's third foul. Now that's
Spencer.
That's going to be something to watch. Lexi Mead, the point guard, and
Jazz Spencer got the one for Jacksonville State. That's the team. Both teams have 3 team fouls. So the point of interruption, which is after the play, since it's in essence the offsetting penalties, you might say, since we got some game coming up tomorrow that might have flags involved. And Jacksonville State here down by 8. And Spencer, who one of the recipients of the technical, lays it up and in. That's left hand, just a high arching shot.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why you average 26. That's a nice floater that time.
She had 4 40-plus games at Hillsborough Community College a year ago. So we know she can light it up. We're at the 5-minute mark, third quarter, in a 6-point game here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Faustino, shot blocked.
Another block.
This is the other way. Eisen kicks it out. Spencer, ooh. Or don't want her to get hot if you're a Hilltopper fan.
Man, that was a good look too from the wing.
If you're Jacksonville State, you want her to get a hot hand. Mead dribbles around Betancourt. Gilvin, if she has any opening, will shoot it. Drives. We're at 11 seconds on the shot clock. Faustino at 6 seconds. In the lane, blocked again. Is this National Block Shot Day?
Well, I've never. It's been, and almost every one have been clean too.
Yes. How about that from Eisen?
Yeah, it's good Euro step. It took advantage of Lexi Mead's has 3 fouls. Lexi correctly backed off of that, and now the lead's down to 4.
Crystal Eisen was 7 in this game for Jacksonville State. 33-29. Betancourt, turnaround, 10-footer.
Again, I think Western Kentucky has the advantage if they throw the ball inside. Every time the ball has gone inside of the post, good things have happened for Western Kentucky.
I know Greg Collins likes to play an up-tempo, but half-court offense can get it inside to somebody.
Yeah, most of the teams Western Kentucky has played against has a size advantage over Western Kentucky, not Jacksonville State.
No, that is for sure. Baseline, Spencer just off the mark. Pitts with a rebound for WKU. 3:22, third quarter, still a 6-point game. WKU ahead. Low-scoring affair. However, this quarter's been a little bit better so far. Gilvin misses after 8-point first half and had a field goal earlier in the quarter. The only player in double digits so far. The other way, off the glass, it's no good. By Spencer, and they keep the rebound alive. Into the corner, Spencer gets it again. Right in front of their bench in that corner. 3 comes out from Eisen. Loose ball, coming away with it. Gilbert.
Just another missed shot, Jacksonville State. They are 8 for 37.
And both teams combined have taken 80 shots in this game.
Great pass by Lexi Mead on the dive to the basket by Gilvin.
Right now, that's the leading candidate for WKU to be the player of the game, Josie Gilvin. She's got 12. And a couple of blocks and a few other things.
And that's just another sloppy turnover by Jacksonville State. That's
But it's sloppy outside Diddle Arena with the rain and sloppy inside. 2:14, third quarter. 8-point lead, WKU up by 8. 9's been the biggest lead, if I remember correctly. And it was earlier in this quarter.
Western Kentucky's never trailed.
Betancourt, about a 10-footer. Right block, missed it. Harris hustling down the floor. That's Elsie out of Mobile, 5'5" junior. Gilvin comes away with it on a bad pass. Rhodes just couldn't handle that pass. She was kind of backing away, and the pass went away from her. Pitts. Now Faustino. Drives in the lane, stops, turns, leans, misses, but she'll go the line. She's frustrated. She's tried everything in the book to score in the lane.
It just has had a hard time finishing, but this time she's going to, Teresa Faustino will get a chance to earn it from the free throw line.
Crystal Ison, that's her second. That's team fourth here in the third quarter. You get a good look at Faustino here. Use that pivot step there and then leaned in. And you could saw the frustration. She raised her hands up like, what do I got to do? And Faustino at the line. She's 2 for 3 at the free throw line. That's 4 in the game. Averaging about 8 on the season. Got them both. WKU 3 out of 6 here in the third quarter. Or excuse me, 3 out of 5. Up by 10, double-digit lead for the first time. They kick it out. Johnson. He just swishes around the rim. They're having trouble scoring from the field. Need some help, Rhodes. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Harris. Steal, Gilvin. Oh, she landed hard on that elbow. You can see, get some help up there from Maya Barnes of Jacksonville State. Grabbing that elbow, yeah. As you see here, Gilvin just reached out, good anticipation.
That's what she does. I mean, it's just another steal for Western Kentucky. 29th in the country, and that number will probably get better after this game.
And you saw Barnes help her up.
Oh, good sportsmanlike.
Love that, love that.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it was not an intentional foul, you know, just one of those things. So Gilvin down with 13.
78% for the year from the free throw line. Has not shot a ton of free throws.
And got that one. That's 14 now for Gilvin.
Only her 11th free throw attempt of the year.
Well, this is her career high, 14. Rosie Gilvin. And she's earned the minutes and she's producing. 2-3 zones. We're at 40 seconds to go third quarter. Staley with another block. Ison went up. Unless you get it up and over Staley, you're going to get it right back at you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she does well. She started her career first game of the year against Mercer with 6.
I remember that game very well. Driving in the lane. Up and nice pass over to Rhodes, and she gets her 4th point of the game.
And Western Kentucky should wait and take the last shot right here. Up 10. Shot clock is off. So again, I've mentioned this in the past. Ideally, you shoot with about 4 to 5 seconds, where if you miss it, you can get the rebound.
41-31 WKU. 10 seconds in the third quarter. Meade looking in the lane, needs help, shoots it, just make it.
Perfect. Perfect for if you're Western Kentucky. It's exactly what you want. 10
now for Lexi Meade, and WKU has a 12-point lead after 3. 10 minutes of basketball remaining. 43-31 WKU. Come back and join us here in Bowling Green on ESPN+.
Kentucky outscored Jacksonville State 19-9.
There was a 2-point halftime lead. Jacksonville State facing that 2-3 zone of WKU, and now it looks like WKU may be turning up the intensity a little bit.
Well, you can't go to sleep on Jacksonville State after their last Jacksonville State's come back down 10 going into the fourth quarter against Sam Houston and came back and for the win.
Jumper for three. It's off the mark by McCoy. We'll get a rebound foul.
It's going to be on Staley, and that should be three on Staley.
Team first here in the fourth quarter. That'll put Rachel Johnson at the line for two. Did you get a good look?
Yeah, Johnson did a good job of keeping the ball alive and then drawing the foul.
Yeah, I like the play of Staley today. I mean, I think
improving,
she's been a little more active than she has been in the past.
Well, it takes a while sometimes to get used to the speed of the game and so forth, and she's improved, and that's exactly what you want as a coach, your players to improve as the year goes on.
It's an adjustment from high school to
Big
college,
time.
especially when you're playing Conference
And
USA.
I think the adjustment is bigger oftentimes for post players.
43-33 as Johnson gets both free throws. Meade, almost same spot, this time in the lane at end of the quarter. Ooh, a little too much spin on that ball, and it comes out. Jacksonville State want to push it up the floor just a little bit. Steal. Rick Petrie directing that offense in front of his bench. Over 150 wins there at Jacksonville State. Driving, steal, underneath by Johnson, and there's Staley with a rebound for WKU. Meade pushes it, backs it out, sets up the offense. Faustino, now Gilvin as they pass it around. Lob inside for Staley, and we got a foul. There's going to be a push. I believe on Rhodes, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we'll call a hold. That time she had her kind of hooked around the hip. That time the ball was supposed to be a lob to Staley, and Staley couldn't move.
That's the second on Rhodes. Team first here in the fourth quarter on Jacksonville State. Down by 10. WKU ball. Pitch, now Gilvin. Meade. Jacksonville State staying man-to-man. Meade gets 2 there. She now has 12.
Yeah, tough shot, too, by Lexi Meade.
So she joins Gilvin in double digits. Here at 8:10 to go in the game. Gilvin almost creating another opportunity. Johnson dishes. Deflected out of bounds by a hustling Faustino.
Yeah, it's a right pass, but good read that time by Faustino, sliding in and taking that pass away.
Odith Betancourt out of Venezuela will get in.
Western Kentucky's got nice contribution from their two post players so far today, in Staley and Betancourt. They both played well.
Jacksonville State finally gets it in high out front to Eisen on the dribble. Trap. Johnson three. Off. Gilvin will get the rebound and let it hit on the baseline. I think if Betancourt doesn't touch it, Gilvin may have it cleanly.
9 for 43 right now for Jacksonville State.
That's chilly.
That's painful.
It's chilly. I wouldn't call it cold, but it's chilly. But you know, they're only down 12. I mean,
yeah,
they're still in the game. I mean, they're
are
still in this game.
The Western Kentucky's not lighting it up.
No, they're fortunate in that respect. McCoy in the lane. Madison misses. Rebound. Pitts. Pass to Betancourt and Gilvin. Four different players touched it after it came off the rim. Pitts. Now Meade. Faustino. Now moving around out front, 4 on the shot clock. Meade has it blocked by Eisen. Jacksonville State with a chance here to cut it to 10. And they do. By Crystal Eisen, that's 9 for her, and a timeout. It's going to be taken by Jacksonville State. 6:54 to go in the game. WKU with a 12-point lead. Come back and join us here in Bowling Green on ESPN+.
It's 22%. You combine that with 19 turnovers, and they're probably Jacksonville State's fortunate to only be down 10. Western Kentucky is 16 of 49. That's 32%. They only turned the ball over 10 times.
Well, if you look at free throws, Jacksonville State 11 of 14, WKU 11 of 15. There's your bright spot.
Yeah, I mean, both teams making free throws, but you know, Jacksonville State's not out of the games. 10 points, and really a run by either team. A run by Western Kentucky puts the game away. A run by Jacksonville State, of any run, 6-0, 8-0, they're right back in the game.
You know, and they've got some players that can do that, but they've just not had a run in this game yet today. Betancourt going to the line after missing the shot.
Yeah, nice drive that time by Betancourt.
Betancourt will be at the line for the first time today, where she is a 71%er. Asia Barkley, that's her second, team second here in the fourth quarter. Betancourt, 4 points in the game. Make it 5 now, all here in the second half.
Yeah, averages 6 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Has really improved since last year. Last year didn't play near the minutes. Only averaged 2 points a game last year, but she has really stepped up her game this year.
6'2" senior out of Venezuela. 47-35, back to a 12-point lead, which matches the longest lead of the game. Jacksonville State searching for an offensive answer. And there's one right there from Jazz Spencer. She's capable of doing that now with 10.
I think she probably has to play for Jacksonville State because she can score, and a team that's having trouble scoring, she's going to get shots off.
She can do it at the line, behind the line. They just need the opportunities. Betancourt up top. Now with 8.
Yeah, she's a good face-up shooter. That's about an 18-footer. Fake that time the handoff and squared up for the shot.
49-38, WKU's lead at 11. Time ticking down to 5:35 to go in the game. Spencer looking for some help, trying to solve this 2-3 zone defense by WKU, and there's an unforced turnover.
Yeah, got to catch the ball. On ball penetration in the lane, if you're on the wing, you have to be ready for the kick.
And Johnson just couldn't handle it. Meade moves to the right side of the floor. 5:13, and down to 12 seconds now on the shot clock. Betancourt with a hot hand right now for WKU, and not continuing with it, but Faustino with a rebound. Back to Betancourt, missed it. Well, she had 2 free throws and a field goal, then she's missed 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's the easiest shot she'll miss.
Johnson kicks it right side. Ison in the lane. Somebody missed her.
That's a good shot fake by Ison.
She's got 11, 6 here in the second half. Now it's a 9-point, 49-40 game at 4.5 minutes. Meade behind the back, fade away, off the iron. Johnson the other way for Jacksonville State. Ison underneath. And there's another unforced turnover. Spencer just watched the ball go right between her legs.
But it's hard to get back in the game. That's 21 turnovers.
And you still got 4:25.
Yeah, one of the things that Coach Collins' news conference this week, they lost a 19-point fourth quarter lead to Sam Houston a week and a half ago, and he said that was a great learning experience. It's not easy to play with the lead. You're kind of caught in between taking good shots and also running clock, and sometimes it's a little tricky for players when to be aggressive and when not to.
Betancourt missing the shot for WKU, and down the floor with Jacksonville State. Here's Spencer. Uh-oh.
And that's the one, if I'm Western Kentucky, I'm keying in on, because I think she's the danger player for Jacksonville State.
That's 8 second half points, 13 in the game. 49-43, 3:35. So all of a sudden a 12-point lead cut in half, as all of a sudden WKU can't hit a bucket.
I think if Jacksonville State scores here, I would be willing to see a timeout from Western Kentucky.
Ison missed it. Out of bounds. WKU ball. Now Staley, Allen, and Salary You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of salary in this game today.
She played 7 minutes of the second quarter, and this is her first appearance in the second half.
49-43, WKU by 6 here in this Conference USA battle.
6-point game.
You know, if Jacksonville State rallies, they would be tied with WKU.
Oh, this game's not over.
It'd be 5-5 in conference play. But if WKU can hold on here, they would stay at least in third place after today's games. 49-43. They can't move up to second. FIU would have to lose a couple of games. 3-second shot clock. Allen fade away. No.
Not a good shot for Western Kentucky.
McCoy with a rebound. That's a couple of big rebounds by McCoy the last couple of trips down for Jacksonville State. Spencer. In the lane. Good. Nice soft jumper by McCoy.
I think you may see a timeout by Western Kentucky right here. It's down to 4, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Faustino back in the game.
Now he's going to do it. He wanted them to get across half court. Yep.
This game has gotten, it's a 30-second clock.
29.
Little time. Normally salary would be a great look, but she has just checked in the game.
He's going to take him, what, 1 or 2 shots? Lob. Yep, they were going to go for Staley. Overshot her, Gilvin, back to Staley, and it worked.
Well, the result was there. The execution was not. But thanks to...
you didn't design it that way.
No, thanks to Josie Gilvin on that one.
But you got 2 points out of it. 6-point advantage at 51-45.
Now, this is where you want to run clock if you're Western Kentucky. 2
minutes to go in the game. WKU looking for its 15th win and 6th in Conference USA. Jacksonville State trying to get to 10 wins and 5-5 in Conference USA action. They'll be on the road back home to host La Tech next Thursday. Gilvin loses it out of bounds, unforced turnover, Jacksonville State ball. Lady Toppers will be on the road at UTEP Thursday. 142, 51, 45. What seemed like a comfortable lead is now sweating a little bit. There's Gilvin with another steal. Yeah. Getting a lot of votes for player of the game.
Yes.
I'm stuffing the ballot at the moment. Meade at 1:20. Unless somebody for Jacksonville State decides to take over and for them. Gilvin's going to be it. Allen, so wish.
And that will probably ice it right there. That's an assist from me, but big 3 that time by Karis Allen.
Her first points of the game, 54-45, makes it a 9-point advantage. High rebound, and we've got an offensive foul against Jacksonville State.
It's going to be on May.
That'll be her third, team's third. Gilvin will inbound it with 54 seconds remaining, a 9-point game.
Yeah, you're in pretty good shape right now if you're at Western Kentucky, especially Jacksonville State's not even pressing.
Yeah, WKU's only been, so Jacksonville State's got to foul, what, 2 more times?
I don't think, if you're not pressing, you're not fouling.
No.
So I think they're ready to.
Just get back on the bus?
Yes. Yep. I think it's one of those games where I don't think.
You don't have that firepower to come back.
Coach Petrie, well, when you don't pick them up full court, so that kind of tells me it's time to go to the house.
Allen for 3.
The walk. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a correct call. It was a shuffled her feet that time.
Down to a few seconds on the shot clock. 29 seconds remaining. Jacksonville State wants a timeout. I think he's going to put some subs in basically.
He's going to just advance. What it does, advance it to half court. What he's doing.
Yep, and he's got 5 new players he's going to put back in, it looks like. Timeout, Jacksonville State will hold it right here. So right now, as it stands, Josie Gilvin will be our player of the game. We'll confirm that here in a couple of minutes, but I think that's highly likely. Been consistent the entire game for WKU.
Yeah, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and ultra effort. Lexi Meade was really good too. You know, point guard. She was 12 points. She had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So, you know, both of those players played really well. But it was overall going to go down as a win. Not, you know, it's not the most beautiful win, but right now I don't think Western Kentucky cares about that. Have to remember, Western Kentucky is one of their best players not playing. Acacia Hayes, you know, 15 points a game not playing, and really Destiny Salary really
non-factor.
Has not played much at all.
Yeah.
So good win for Western Kentucky. Just a struggle shooting-wise for both teams, but in particular Jacksonville State. And it's one thing to go 14 for 51. It's another thing to have 23 turnovers too. You know,
that hurts.
You can live with one of them and maybe overcome it. You can't overcome both of those.
Jacksonville State's 3-game winning streak will come to an end. WKU will win back-to-back games for the first time since mid-January. So it's been, you know, almost a month that they won back-to-back because, you know, they had that 3-game losing streak on the road. So win against La Tech and a win against Jacksonville State today. Final outcome's the only thing to be determined. Steele on the dribble. Shot no good from Rhodes, loose on the floor. Held ball, goes to WKU. Rick Petrie says just get on back. This game is over. Don't even have to shoot.
I think Coach Collins called timeout to advance it.
Yeah. Just want to draw something up.
Well,
there's no need to score. I mean, you don't have to score.
No, you're just throwing the ball inbounds, and I don't think Jacksonville State was going to pick them up anyway. So practically the game is over. I don't think Jacksonville State's is even going to foul.
Jacksonville State, Rachel Johnson with 5, Jazz Spencer 13. They did get 2 players in double digits today. Shaquise May with 2, Samaya Steele 2, Brianna Rhodes 4, Crystal Ison 11, Madison McCoy 2, Maya Barnes 3, Asia Barclay 3. So that's normal for Jacksonville State scoring wise right there. And WKU's Destiny Salary with 4 back in the second quarter, 2 for Pitts, Meade with 12, Faustino 5, Betancourt with 8, 4 for Staley, Allen with 3, Gilvin is going to end up with 14. I'm just going to hold off, and Greg Collins going to get win number 101 today, as your final is going to be 54-45. One of those, not a pretty win, but you'll take the win.
Absolutely. You take that win anytime, especially when you're shorthanded, and it's a 2-game winning streak, and you'll take those wins all day long if you're Western Kentucky.
All right, our Kentucky 8-1-1 play of the game. We're going to do that first for you here. And here it comes. Watch this block there by Josie Gilvin, and then Alexis Meade just finishes it right there.
Yeah, you can't get a block and an assist, but that's it's close. You're going to get a block and an assist at the same time.
Franklin Bank and Trust player of the game. You just saw her right there, Josie Gilvin.
Yeah, I mean, she was tremendous in terms of not just her scoring. She had 14 points, but also her finishes. Defensively, she was great in terms of steals, blocks, and so forth. Very deserving player.
Well, when you do a player of the game to watch and they come through for you.
Hey, it doesn't always happen that way, but we kind of picked the right one this time.
Yeah, Jacksonville State drops to 9-13. They're 4-6 in Conference USA play.